Welcome to World News with James Bray. We're going to be covering a very interesting topic. 25 people have been arrested in raids across Germany on suspicion of plotting to overthrow the government. We're going to get into this, and I know this is like something that happened a few weeks ago, but we're going to talk about it because this is something that has been brought to my attention, and maybe you guys have something to add to this. So, go ahead and subscribe if you guys are new, and we're going to go get into it. So 25 people have been arrested in the raids across Germany on suspicion of plotting to throw the government. The group of the far right and ex-military figures are said to have prepared for a day X to storm the Reichstag parliament building and seize power. That's insane. That is insane. I was just asking if like people go that hard in Germany when it comes to protests and stuff like that. And here we are with an article that it's a tell-all. A man named Heinrich the 13th from an old aristocratic family is alleged to have been central to their plans. According to the federal prosecutors, he is one of the two alleged ringleaders among those arrested across 11 German states. This is insane. Insane. But wait, there's more. The plotters are said to include members of the extremist Reichsbürger, Citizens of the Reich movement, which has long been in the sights of German police over very extreme incidences and non-color friendly and anti-systematic conspiracy theories. They also refuse to recognize the modern German state. Basically, they would be, what you would assume this organization to be, without me having to get into too much because of obvious, powers that may suppress this video. Other suspects came from the, another very interesting movement. I will blow this up so you guys can see what word I'm trying to say, but I can't. Boom, right here. This one, like this starts with a Q. I'll just say QN. So other suspects came from the QN movement who believe their country is in the hands of a mythical deep state involving secret powers pulling the political strings. I don't think there's secret powers per se at all. And I don't really believe in any of those like theories at all. I don't believe in any of that. There was something that was revealed in the US that, there's like almost a sub-government inside of the government that kind of like really determines what goes where and and that was all over Twitter, I think last week. And a lot of things got leaked and it was crazy. It was really crazy. It's a lot to digest and I can't really cover that topic because I'm not fully educated on it, but it was something that was sweeping the nation, at least in America. But in Germany, this extreme group is of the belief that something similar is happening in Germany, which I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing at all or not. I would like to say it's not a thing, but we are only presented with the things that are in front of our faces. So, I have no idea. However, I do not align at all with anything that this group is saying. Like, this is messed up. All of this is messed up. I didn't even realize like this could be like, this is insane. This is insane. And I feel like this has been swept under the rug. I haven't really seen any major media outlet cover this on the front page of anything. It's been like random drama or whatever, internet beef between YouTubers and or like Twitch streamers and maybe like some, Elon Musk this, Elon Musk that, but not this. This is huge. All right. Interior Minister Nancy Faeser assured Germans that authorities would respond with the full force of the law against the enemies of democracy. So this is like a modern day conspiracy coup. The Reichsbürger group aren't new. They predate the pandemic, but this audacious plot indicates increased commitment and radicalization, which could go hand in hand with the growth of pandemic disinformation online. The plot to kidnap the German health minister, masterminded by a gang linked to these people back in April, is the first indication this has strong ties with, the Rona conspiracy movements. Telegram groups related to the Citizens of the Reich show an interest in the conspiracy theories, suggesting that the Rona and the pen and needle are part of sinister plots to control populations. That's the same thing that has been going on in America with these little groups saying that, oh my God, they're trying to control the masses with this one random shot that everybody had to get. But the thing is, bro, we've had like, there's been flu shots since like what, like, I don't know, like mid 20th century at least. And, you know, no one's complained about that. But on all of a sudden this happens and everyone's turning up. It's crazy, bro. It's absolutely insane. There's disinformation about the war in Ukraine and posts about the QN, you know, and the sprawling U.S. conspiracy theory that links to the riots at Capitol Hill on January 6th. I can't even believe that that's a thing, bro. Like that people are like turning situations that were very face value wrong into something that could be deeper than. And I'm like, bro, like for instance, 9/11, like people get into that a lot, and it's like, bro, why can't you leave that alone, bro? But people like to dig, so you know, it's crazy. They post in support of the sovereign citizens movements, which at its heart believes they are immune from government rules. Ultimately, this group has co-opted a range of conspiracy beliefs that push the idea evil cabals are looking to control our lives, and they've got to overthrow them. It might sound like a pretty outlandish plot to the average person, but it's emblematic of something important. We've had warnings before about offline action linked to online disinformation and hate before. The anti, treatment, extreme actions and the riots at the Capitol in the US. But this is a reminder that even as the pandemic eases in some parts of the world, the conspiracy legacy remains and can embolden little known fringe groups to take action in the real world. I've been saying this a lot about information being suppressed and whatnot, and people, I guess people call it free speech or whatever, but I feel like you can't eradicate that at all. Like, you mean, you can literally try to. I mean, you can ban people and whatnot. They will just find more potent forums to conglomerate with other people that have like-minded thinking, and instead of it being more saturated and kind of like you get screaming into a void of nothingness, now these are like small factions that actually want to take action, and they do take action, unfortunately. And it's crazy. I don't even really, there's not really a one-size-fits-all solution for this either, because I feel like people would be doing this either way if people weren't being suppressed, and if people were being suppressed. I mean, it's like you have bad people all over the world, and it's messed up, man. An estimated 50 men, this is what's crazy about the story, an estimated 50 men and women are said to have been part of the group, which allegedly plotted to overthrow the republic and replace it with a new state modeled on the Germany of 1871. An empire called the Second Reich. We don't yet have a name for this group, said a spokeswoman for the from the federal prosecutor's office. The interior minister said it was apparently made up of an organization council and a military arm. Wednesday's dawn raids are being described as one of the biggest anti-extremism operations in modern German history. Now, let me read that one more time, because this is scary for Germany. It says... Wednesday's dawn raids are being described as one of the biggest anti-extremism operations in modern German history. Scary, bro. Very scary. 3,000 officers took part in 150 operations in 11 of Germany's 16 states, with 2 people arrested in Austria and Italy. Almost half of the arrests took place in southern states of Baden-Württemberg and Bavaria. Wow, bruh, this is wild, man. I've been out of it for a minute, because I would have covered this the second it happened. I've just been doing my thing, man. I did not. This is insane. More than 1 in 5 Reichsbürger are thought to be based in the southwestern state of Baden-Württemberg alone. Justice Minister Marco Buschmann tweeted that a suspected armed attack on the constitutional bodies was planned. Ms. Fager also says that later the investigation would peer into the abyss of a threat from the Reichsbürger scene. And they have like a synopsis of who the Reichsbürger are. They are so-called citizens of the Reich reject Germany's modern democracy and refuse to pay taxes. Ooh, right there, bro. You cannot 1v1 any country saying stuff like that. You got to pay your taxes, my guy. I mean, that damn near let you get away with anything. But the second you say, I'm not going to pay my taxes, they will hem you up. I'll put it this way. Al Capone got away with taking people's lives, but they got him for tax evasion. Just let that sink in. Once seen as harmless cranks, they're very active and pose a high level of danger, says BFV intelligence chief Thomas Haldenvong. Last year they numbered some 21,000, but they have since grown significantly. 10% are thought to be not safe for the public, I'll put, and they have conspiracy theories that are widespread. Whew, this is scary stuff right here, man. The federal prosecutor's office said the group had been plotting a very jarring public coup since November of 2021, and members of its Central Rat had since held regular meetings. They had already established plans to rule Germany with departments covering health, justice, and foreign affairs, the prosecutor said. Members understood they could only realize their goals by military means and events that would make the public feel unsafe against state representatives, which included carrying out things that would unfortunately would send people's spirits to the clouds. Investigators are thought to have gotten wind of the group when they uncovered a kidnap plot last April involving a gang who called themselves the United Patriots. They too were part of the Reichsbürger scene and had allegedly planned to abduct Health Minister Karl Lauterbach, which while also creating civil war conditions to bring about an end to Germany's democracy. Wild. A former far-right AfD member of the lower house of parliament and the Bundestag is suspected of being part of the plot and being lined up as the group's justice minister. Birgit Malsack-Winkemann, who was among the 25 people arrested, returned to her role as judge last year, and a court has since turned down attempts to dislodge her. Is this her? She was a part of that group? You have somebody like that in power in Germany? Oh no, that's not her. That's not her, bro. That can't be her. This is Nancy Faeser. Bro, I was about to say, who's Malsak Vinkman? It's got to be a... What? I got to look this up. No way. It's her, bro. I've seen images of her before. It's her. She's a judge? Oh my gosh. Good googly moogly. Oh, my bad. I was turning up on the wrong person. She's cool. Cool peoples, I guess. I think she's cool peoples, I think. I don't know anything about her, so I can't say she's cool or not. But wow, this is nutty, man. This is a big deal. A prominent lawyer was penciled in to handle the group's foreign affairs with 71-year-old Heinrich the 13th as leader. Public Prosecutor General Peter Frank said Heinrich was among the suspects whom investigating judges had asked to be held in custody. Heinrich the 13th, styles himself as a prince and comes from an old noble family known as the House of Reuss, which ruled over, or is it Reuss or Ruse? I think it's Reuss, right? Which ruled over parts of modern eastern state of Thuringia until 1918. Descendants still own a few castles, and Heinrich himself is said to have a hunting lodge at Bad Lobenstein in Thuringia. The rest of the family have long distanced themselves from the minor aristocrat, with one spokesperson telling local broadcaster MDR during the summer that Heinrich was at times confused. He was a confused man who had fallen for misconceptions fueled by conspiracy theories. As well as a shadow government, plotters allegedly had plans for a military arm run by a second ringleader identified as Rüdiger von P. They were made up of active and former members of the military, officials believe, including ex-elite soldiers from special units. Oh my gosh, they had this whole thing planned to the T. The aim of the military arm was to eliminate democratic bodies at the local level, prosecutors said. So basically what is happening here is they wanted to institute pretty much what was going down in World War II. Pretty much, because this is definitely a by force approach. This is not like a, all right, join us, or, just, we'll just do our own thing and leave you guys alone. This is join or get clapped. And this is intense. What are you guys' thoughts? Are you guys scared? I'd be scared right now. I mean, not to like, raise anybody's emotions. I would be terrified. I would be terrified of a group like this that is actually acting. It's not like talk and stuff like that. People are acting on this. And I feel like maybe the government should be more active on this. I mean, it's great that they're active now, but like they should really like be on them. They should be on a watch list, and all of their movements, their internet search history, like their phone call, like all that privacy stuff y'all got going on in Germany, that does not apply to this group. That can't apply to this group, because they could be doing some crazier things that we don't know about, man. So one of those under investigation has been a member of the Special Commando Forces, and police searched his home and his room and the Graf Zeppelin military base in Kaul, southwest of Stuttgart. Another suspect has been identified as Vitalia B., a Russian woman who was asked to approach Moscow on Heinrich's behalf. The Russian embassy in Berlin said in a statement that it did not maintain contacts with representatives of organizations that are not good for the public. I can't say the word. And other illegal entities. Several unsafe attacks on the public have been linked to Germany's far right in the recent years. In 2020, a 43-year-old man was, someone put a circular shaped thing in his, body at some point. And 9 people of foreign origin in the Western. Oh, wait. A 43-year-old man actually did this to 9 other people of foreign origin in the western town of Hanau, where you guys remember the Hanau thing. That was absolutely tragic. And a Reichsbürger member was jailed for, taking the soul of a policeman in 2016. The Reichsbürger movement is estimated to have as many as 21,000 followers, whom around 5% are considered to belong to the extreme right. So what we can get from this article is that there was definitely a massive takedown of like an organization that was getting way too big, way too quickly. And imagine, like, I was saying earlier about like, if they didn't suppress them, they would do it. Literally, if they suppressed them, didn't suppress them, they would be acting anyways, but they would grow way faster if they weren't suppressed online. So this is I'm like at a loss of words. You guys let me know what you feel about this in the comments. Let's open up a discussion. I might even have interviews with this in the future and whatnot with people that are actively watching what's going on, because this is scary. This is literally scary. They have like something like this. I feel like they were talking about in America. They definitely do. They got like groups like this in America, and they've already, as you saw, like the Capitol Hill thing was a big deal. And there's still people that are going crazy right now, bro. Like there's places that aren't safe for me because I'm in an interracial like marriage and stuff like that, and certain parts of America don't like that. They don't like that. Just saying. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Very wild stories. People were telling me in my Discord and in various comments on YouTube to cover this story, because this is very important and you guys should be aware if you aren't aware already. And if you are aware, let me know what you think.